Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Aries for the month of January. Happy New Year and best of luck to you guys in 2025. All right, so what you see here are the current energies you're going to be feeling walking into the month of January. So we're going to update these as we get to it. So January 2nd, Vesta enters Scorpio. So Vesta will be leaving your 7th house in Libra and will be entering Scorpio in your 8th house. So Vesta is an asteroid that basically talks about that flame that can never go out. What is it you feel very passionate about? So the transiting Vesta will be speaking about what the collective will be feeling passionate about with, you know, in whatever house it's in. So for you guys, it's in the 8th house in Scorpio. So I feel like my sun, moon, rising Aries will be feeling passionate about magic, about mysticism, the secrets, getting the truth, transformative energies. So because Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, is in your 11th house in Aquarius, I feel like something that you guys will be feeling passionate about will be some type of change when it comes to what you do on the internet. For some of you, this is going to be talking about with groups of friends or how you guys social network. So I also get traveling here as well. Like wanting to travel to places that are different than a place you would normally travel to. Why? Because Aquarius is involved with this energy. In my personal opinion, because Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, of your 8th house, is in your 11th house of social networking, groups of friends, the internet, travel, something that is a little different, eccentric, but it's the higher octave of Mercury. So I feel like something like this is what you guys are going to be feeling passionate about. Since transformation is like the biggest topic that connects back with Scorpio, I would say you're going to be feeling passionate about changing something in your life when it comes to your group of friends. Yeah, so I'll leave that there. So that same day, Mars and Leo in retrograde in your 5th house will be opposing Pluto in Aquarius in your 11th house. Okay, so this one's a doozy because Mars is the original ruler of Scorpio, right? So that still holds true to this day. At least I believe it does. And Pluto is the current ruler. It is the ruler of Scorpio. My point to saying this is it's going to be battle of power. It's going to be needing to compromise because Pluto energy is stubborn, and it's even more stubborn because it's in Aquarius. Aquarius and Scorpio energy are fixed signs, so it's hard to change their mind on something. But it's so funny because I'm like, I feel that way about Leos too. It's like once their mind is made up, it's like pulling teeth. Like I swear, you know, like it's just very difficult to change their mind on anything. So battle of the egos. It's just going to be a power trip. You know, who has the upper hand? So the advice I want to give here is around January 2nd, I would say don't give in. I'm not trying to say like give up, like apply common sense for however this plays out in your life, but oppositions create inner friction. So you're either going to be experiencing this with people, or it's going to be an energy that manifests internally for you guys. However, I feel like it's probably going to manifest in both ways. Why? Because the sun rules Leo, and the sun is in a very public house. It's in your 10th house in Capricorn. And the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn, and it's in the 12th house, Pisces. It's in a hidden house. This could manifest in a way, like it could play out in a way where you do things you're not even consciously aware of that you do. And Mars is the ruler of Aries, right? So I feel like physically, like your body and just you guys by yourselves, there is definitely going to be this inner friction you feel internally in your body, but it connects with how you're seen. It's going to connect with self-expression. It's going to connect with confidence. So when it comes to our chakras, it's like you want to be connected to the higher, I want to say the higher chakras, not the lower chakras. When you're connected to the lower chakras, this is when ego comes to play. And the thing is, ego is really like a big energy with fire energy. And so here we have it. Mars, the ruler of Aries, is a fire sign. So we already have confidence or maybe like egos, thinking like, oh, this makes me confident if I do X, Y, and Z, or doing things because you're proud. And it's like that would be being more connected with your lower chakras than your higher chakras. So I hope that makes sense. So what I'm trying to say is there may be something going on with your friends this day, or how you appear with like groups of people, how you appear on the internet, social networking, something going on through technology is how I want to say it. And it's like, it's going to be hard to quiet your mind to, you know, quote unquote, do the right thing or think of the right thing. Why? Because you guys have Chiron going in your first house. I'm sorry, Chiron is in your first house. So this is going to connect with some type of inner wound. And because Vesta's in your 8th house, you're going to feel very passionate about this. It's like you're going to want to bring the truth to light is how I want to say it. Even more so because the North Node is in Aries. So the North Node currently is pushing us to do things that we want to do, whether people like it or not. So I would say that if people are acting up around this time frame, I would say ignore them. I would say it's just an energy that is looking to control you. Okay. So January 3rd, Venus enters Pisces. Oh wait, really quick. It's like also too, sorry, the advice here you want to talk about is compromising. Because basically you have two opposite energies opposing each other. They're going in opposite directions, but on this day, you're going to feel to be pushed towards these energies. But when you are going, you know, full throttle, fast energy in Mars, it's slowed down once it's in retrograde. But you may get very impatient because maybe you're not feeling all of your energy, and it's like maybe you're low on energy, maybe you're more tired, so you can be more easily irritated on this day. And Pluto in its lowest form wants to control, it wants to manipulate, it wants to be a leader. And Mars in its lowest form wants to fight, it wants to prove it's right, and it's not budging. So that's why it's also like double trouble on this day. So just try to be careful. If you could walk away from situations and rise above it, that's what's recommended here. Be, you know, the rise of the phoenix, so to speak. All right, January 3rd, Venus enters Pisces. So Venus is leaving Aquarius in your 11th house and is entering your 12th house, Pisces. What do I think this means? So the first thing that comes to my mind is secrets, like secret love affairs, where Venus rules your 2nd house and your 7th. Yeah, definitely. People from the past, reconnecting, because Pisces energy is the past, but it's also future energy. So I actually think there's a good chance that for some of you, you're going to be tested during this time with the South Node being in Libra. Since Venus rules Libra, I think you're going to be tested when it comes to like past life connections, past life relationships. In this life, it's like you would be reconnected with these people out of nowhere, with Uranus being in Taurus in retrograde, because Venus rules Taurus, right? So it's like you guys are being questioned about what it is you value in relationships, what it means to you guys. And it's like you guys are going to have to figure out what's real, what is, I want to say worth investing into, because Capricorn energy wants to invest its time in things that are worth it. And even though Venus isn't in Capricorn, the sun is here. So you guys should be able to see, like, things should be illuminated for you when it comes to things that are practical, things that are real. And this is going to help you while Venus is in Pisces, because sometimes, even though this is like a great energy, Venus and Pisces, the downfall to this is being used, abused. It's like you got healer energy written all over you. I also think this speaks about making things tangible. So ideas you guys have about, you know, making money or a career for yourself. I think this will like totally be able to happen while Venus is in Pisces. And again, it connects to your second house. So out of nowhere, you may get this, you know, quote unquote genius idea, or something positive may happen with your money. But honestly, that's the karmic test right there. It could literally go either way with your money, because the 12th house things go missing. It's like 1 minute it's here, the next it's gone. And with Uranus being in retrograde, sudden ups and downs, surprises, it's like the same can apply with your wallet, because Taurus is talking about your money, the things you own, the things you value. And 7th house could talk about partnerships, commitment, serious relationships. So yeah, I think it's definitely some type of test for you guys. And again, for those of you that aren't interested in relationships, this is definitely talking about being tested with money. And then for those of you where this is talking about relationships, it's like, I feel like something positive could happen. Yeah, because Mars is in your 5th house. I know it's in retrograde. And Mars can talk about arguments, fights, but it can also give you that energy of being driven to achieve something. So I'm trying to say you could attract somebody during this time, because the 5th house talks about romance and fun. So it's like you're either going to try to achieve something when it comes to making money in a way that you feel passionate about, in a way where you feel appreciated. But I think also what this is talking about is you guys may find somebody, when it comes to romance, who actually appreciates you guys. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of people won't agree with that one, with Mars being in the 5th house in Leo, but there's positive things to the planet of Mars. It's not just negative things. So yeah, and especially with that South Node being in your 7th house of committed relationships, it's like something would be different this time around for you guys when it comes to what it is you're looking for, what it is you're willing to sacrifice, Pisces energy, like what works for you guys. It's not that it's selfish energy like everybody thinks. It's just sometimes you lean too much into the Libra energy, which creates an imbalance. So I really feel like the universe is asking you guys to go towards your North Node in order to heal some type of wound that you guys have. It's like by dipping into the selfish energy or like thinking of yourself, this will actually help you guys create either money, romance, true love, or just healing yourself in some type of way. Could be healing your inner child as well when it comes to how you guys express yourselves in a creative way, or just confidence with being able to express yourself, or confidence with something creative where people would see it. Okay, so I'm definitely going to end it with, you can make your fantasies a reality, but with the sun in Capricorn, see clearly, okay? Because Venus and Pisces definitely can, it can make it hard to see, but that's why the sun is in Capricorn. This is helping you. All right, so January 6th, Mars retrograde enters Cancer. Okay, so wait a minute. Hold on one second. No, I knew I missed something. So I'm sorry. January 4th, Sun in Capricorn in your 10th house will be sextiling Saturn and Pisces in your 12th. So a sextile is an energy that you guys have. That's horrible. It's a star. It looks like a star. Anyway, it's an asterisk. So Sun in Capricorn sextiling Saturn and Pisces in your 12th. This is talking about an energy that you have to put work into, but as long as you do something, you put some type of energy towards this, it's a blessing because something positive is going to happen. So but it's an energy that could sit there and get wasted if you don't actually do something. So the sun sextiling Saturn, to me, this is like having the energy, the vitality to actually do some type of work when it comes to making the invisible visible. And I feel like, again, for some of you, this is going to be talking about money, a career, or how you're seen when it comes to the hard work you've put in, and obtaining achievement is what I want to say. While Mars is in Leo, despite it being in retrograde, I would believe that you guys are looking to achieve something in your life. For some of you, this is going to be talking about fifth house things, romance. But for others, this is going to be talking about achievement in your life when it comes to, I want to say achieving confidence, honestly, because Mars is your ruler. And if we look at the first house, that's where the storyline is playing out. And it's like, this is what you guys should have been feeling for, I think, what is it, a year and a half now we're almost at, with North Node being in Aries, something like that. So you guys have probably been very, I want to say unapologetically yourselves, right? All right, so January 4th, I just said that. The sun is sextiling Saturn in Pisces. Definitely feeling driven to be able to get something done when it comes to work. January 6th, Mars retrograde enters Cancer. So Mars is leaving your 5th house in Leo and is entering your 4th house in Cancer. So a few things I want to say. First one is, try to go slow when it comes to, at any point you feel argumentative or negative energy from females, or your mother, or men who are acting out but based off of feelings, emotions. Why? Because when Mars enters Cancer, I mean, I would say there's a similar storyline playing out that you already experienced when Mars was in Cancer a few months ago. But it's going to be in retrograde. So it's a little different because I think we only experienced Mars in retrograde in Cancer for, I don't know, it definitely wasn't long compared to the energy we felt with Mars going direct in Cancer. But something similar is going to be playing out when it comes to wanting to protect your feelings and willing to fight. That's what I want to say. Like, retrograde is talking about rethink this. So whatever happened when Mars was in Cancer that you were not happy about, I would say rethink this and go slow. Don't be fast to act, because the sun, it illuminates things, whereas the moon is connected to, intuition, but also sometimes things move too fast and you get caught up in how you feel, and it's like you look back and it's like, is that how you really felt, or were you just acting off of impulsive feelings in the moment? My point to saying all that is because Cancer, the moon rules Cancer, so Mars gets diluted in Cancer. Mars is the ruler of Aries. So I think there's something, you guys are definitely going to be tested when it comes to fighting with either the mother or people who are like a mother, females in your life, as well as men who have a lot of water energy is what I want to say. For those of you that don't experience this, I'm going to say you're aiming to achieve something when it comes to your home life. You're feeling driven. You may not have as much energy because Mars is in retrograde, but you're feeling driven to accomplish something, whether it's, I want to say like maybe getting property or, making your home more comfy, feely. I'm thinking of Cancer things. It's like getting your home the way you want it to. But honestly, you guys may experience anger while like being at home, while being alone. I'm going to say it's probably recommended that you guys are out socializing, probably traveling as well. I mean, I feel like those things are obviously good for the soul in general, but sometimes they're more beneficial during specific transits, because what this is saying is in your home life, when you're at home in private, you're going to be dealing with emotional conflicts in some type of way. Like emotions and feelings are going to be controlling your physical body. So it's like if you can try to exercise. Oh, actually, that may be something some of you may do. And honestly, I would really recommend it because it's going to stabilize your feelings. It's going to make it, it's going to get it as close as it can to feeling like Mars is in direct, okay? Because you're going to need to get this extra energy out. I want to put it like this, like extra water in your body that, you know, you may be retaining. Actually, I'm almost positive that's a physical manifestation of Mars being in Cancer. Like having, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm almost positive. It definitely talks about some type of feelings internally that affect you physically. So it's like you need to be emotionally stable during this time in order not to be physically tired, to not be drained, to not be so argumentative. And in order to stay driven and confident, ambitious, it's like exercising, Mars, moving the body around is really recommended if you can do it. If you're too tired already because of this Mars being in retrograde, I would say do small exercises or exercise every other day, because little things like that, believe it or not, will help. All right. Later that day, Mercury in Sagittarius in your 9th house is squaring Neptune in Pisces in the 12th house. So when Mercury is squaring anything, it's, you know, a square is talking about a conflict. It's talking about inner friction. It's talking about energy that doesn't end up coming out correctly, because it's like picture being locked in a room for several hours. And it's like you think of all these things you want to do and say, but you don't have pen. You don't have a pen. You don't have paper. You don't have your phone. So it's like it's all in your mind. And then the second somebody opens the door, it's like all that energy just comes out like that. It's not balanced. It's not grounded. And it's too much extra thoughts, extra words. So yeah, and it's talking to Neptune. Neptune is talking about your dreams. It's talking about having faith. It's talking about, I would say manifesting too. Yeah, manifesting is about Jupiter, like Jupiter energy. But it's like you're able to manifest based off of a belief that is invisible. And then once you do that, it becomes visible, right? So there's something to this. But it's squared, which means you're going to have difficulty manifesting. You're going to have difficulty believing. It's basically like a difficulty in having good energy. Let's just put it like that. Positive energy. And since this is happening in your 9th and your 12th house, for some of you, you definitely are going to feel like losing faith in something. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's like this would be talking about like either people that live in other countries, or you guys trying to travel to another country. There's something up with this, or it's like it could be something as like if you want to go traveling with your friends, they may not be on the same page with you regarding traveling. So it's like you're almost like feeling stuck. You don't know what to do. Do you go by yourself? This is also definitely talking about feeling alone around this time. So you may not actually be alone. But yeah, I just see difficulty with traveling on this day. Expect delays, because a Mercury square is very similar to a Mercury retrograde in the sense that there's miscommunication, there's misunderstandings. There may be delays either in your thoughts or responses, or I want to say traveling. And wherever these places are, it's like it wouldn't be, it's like it could be talking about you leaving home and going somewhere that's like, I don't know, an hour or two away, something like this. Like just expect delays around this time frame with your thoughts and literally traveling and being able to understand something. You're going to feel blocked. So January 8th, Mercury enters Capricorn. So Mercury is leaving your 9th house in Sagittarius and is entering your 10th house in Capricorn. So I think how this is going to manifest is being seen at work for the things either you say or the knowledge you have, your intelligence. There's something happening here when Mercury enters Capricorn. Your thoughts will definitely be on work. It'll be on achievement. And with the sun being here, it's just like you're definitely being seen for either the things you're saying, either the things you do on the internet. You may be talking to people. For those of you that are looking for a new job, you guys may be talking to the right people during this time in order to make that happen. Also, what's coming to me right now is Mercury and the sun in Capricorn, a masculine energy. There may be conversations with men around this time. Was Saturn in the 12th house? I'm going to say men that maybe you talk to on the internet, or, and I'm getting like not seeing, because with the 12th house, you can't really see this energy. But with the sun being here, there's something you're seeing about this. So if there's any conversations that feel very, that are not connected to emotions and feelings, conversations are very stoic, straightforward, blah, blah, blah. You would be able to understand things intuitively because it's connecting back to that 12th house. All right, so hold on one second. Okay. It says Mercury rules Virgo, the 6th house, talks about work. For some of you, this is definitely going to be a no-brainer here, but connected to work, conversations with men at work, conversations with men about work, but also I'm getting conversations can be very healing when emotions are left out. That's also what I'm getting. January 12th, Mars in Cancer in your 4th house in retrograde is trining Saturn in Pisces in that 12th house. So Mars and Saturn, when they're talking together, when they're talking to each other in a positive way, picture like the father and the son, the father and the child. And it's like the child is basically listening to the father on this day, like taking in the advice, life experiences. There is some type of physical manifestation going on when it comes to, I want to say, things that maybe you normally have trouble doing. So if this is physically working out, I think you guys would be able to do this easily on this day. If this is having emotional conversations that need to be had, like, it's like you would be able to do this in a very sensitive type of way where you're not being rude, obnoxious, or too stoic. It's like because the water signs are talking to each other. We have Cancer and Neptune. I'm sorry, Cancer and Pisces. So you guys are able to intuitively understand others on this day as well as yourself. And trines are blessings. So trines can also be looked at as lazy energy because something is being given to you so easily. So yeah, I just think on this day, you guys will be able to, Mars, physically do something based off of your emotions, like being well balanced, stable, however you want to phrase it. If there were any arguments prior to this at home or with females, whatever, it's like structure would be applied to this. And it's not like by adding earth energy into these type of conversations, it would work out negative. It's like you would know how to conversate in a way where it's like you end up walking away feeling achieved, like you achieved something in the conversation. So yeah, January 13th, Sun in Capricorn in your 10th house is trining Uranus and Taurus in retrograde in your 2nd house. I think something's going on when it comes to your money, like a positive thing. Because the 2nd house is talking about your wallet, your money, the things you value, the things you guys own. And it's talking to your 10th house, which is a visible house. It's a public house. What are you known for? What are you seen for? What's your legacy? It's also talking about your career. What do you guys do for a living? So I feel like something you guys do is going to be seen because of the sun being very visible. And I feel like you'd be seen for an achievement. Capricorn energy I'm getting. Along with the sun, there's achievement here. And it may just happen out of nowhere. So I feel like, where's Venus? The 12th house. Yeah, I just think something positive would be happening with money. Another thing I want to say, because Uranus is loud energy, the sun is loud energy, I feel like whatever you're seen for, I feel like it would be different, unusual, like the unexpected, something like this. Later that day, there's a full moon in Cancer. So there's a full moon happening in your 4th house. And definitely double check these dates. I may be off by a day or two, okay? So with this full moon, something may be illuminated for you guys. You may be able to see something, feel something, because that's what full moons do. Usually, and I will always say this, I don't always feel like things are so visibly seen. But this one may be more connected with you guys seeing something about your own emotions, your own feelings. So yeah, let me see something. Let me do one more date and I'll come back to this. So later that day, January 14th, we have Venus in Pisces in your 12th house. It's squaring Jupiter in retrograde in Gemini in your 3rd. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so sorry if I'm repeating myself here, but January 14th, Venus in Pisces in your 12th house will be squaring Jupiter in retrograde in Gemini. I wanted to confirm that this is still in retrograde. It is. So what happens here is, again, it's a square energy. So there could be inner friction, but honestly, this is how I see it. With Jupiter, whatever it touches, it expands upon. And with a square, it's like you're being blocked. And I feel like with Jupiter energy, it likes to learn. It likes to have fun. It likes to go big. So if you're telling this energy to stop or no, it's like it's going to try to go, it's still going to try to do what it wants, and it may go way too big. It's basically like over-promising. It's like gaslighting. That's what it is. So that type of energy could occur through words. It's like with Venus, it's either like you guys could be losing money on this day, like taking some type of gamble. It's either literally with money or with love. or the things you're saying, because again, Jupiter in Gemini is expanding upon words. And when it's in retrograde, it's like the same thing still is going on, but you may be, you may think before you speak. It wouldn't go so fast. Gemini energy is fast energy. There's like a going within, there's a pause. But at the end of the day, a square is still friction. There's still, it's some type of karmic lesson. There is a block, time is needed. So there's a holdup is what I'm trying to say. And it's going to either have to do with money, expanding upon love. So yeah, again, Venus rules your second house. It rules your seventh house. So for some of you, this is going to be talking about money. For some of you, this is going to be talking about relationships. Jupiter rules the ninth house traditionally in Sagittarius. So I do feel like there may be, it's like the things you guys value, I feel like it would be hard to get at this time, but you may still want to get what it is you want. So you may go bigger, go bigger, go bigger. So I would try to slow down on this day, not go so fast with your words. You may feel like you want to express something. I either wouldn't, or I would go slow with this energy. Okay, so now we've talked about the first 2 weeks of January. So let's channel this. Okay, so what I'm getting so far is being able to see men clearly. Honestly, to me, that makes sense. So with the sun, this is light. So a light is shining when it comes to masculine energy or your career, work. But also what I'm channeling is you guys will be visibly seen. Also, what I'm getting is you may have difficulty with self-expression. So for example, for those of you that are going on dates, because I'm seeing it, it's like you would be smart with the things you want to express. But it's like I'm seeing almost like difficulty with true authenticity, because it's like your feelings with Mars and Cancer, you're going to feel like you want to express your emotions or feelings, your internal world, things that cannot be visible. But with Mercury being in Capricorn, it's like you're going to be fighting that energy. I'm telling you right now, with Mars and Cancer, some of you are going to be fighting your own emotions and not expressing this. This is definitely going to be you guys, like with your own internal energies. Fourth house is considered a private energy. So it's like only people you live with at home would be able to see this. And it's like people will be wanting to see this, but you're only going to be expressing this. This is what's going to be public. So yeah, and I'm sure with that full moon in Cancer, this is also what's going to be illuminated during this time for you guys about like self-expression. So I'm definitely getting what will be illuminated. I'm seeing you guys with like, it looks like a safety belt. Wait, a safety belt, a seat belt. So I think about you guys being smart about what it is you visibly express. So really watching yourself, observing your own self is what I'm getting, because you're going to be seeing like things that cannot be seen when it comes to people who are interested in you. And you're going to be intuitively knowing that they're watching you, they're observing you. So in a sense, it's like you're doing this to your own energy as well. So I'm definitely getting Empress energy. I'm getting like beautiful energy that you keep to yourself. It's like, so the hidden houses are like 1 through 6. This is your inner world. And I'm getting that because like with the public houses, the things that are visible, it's like there is something that people are able to see, like people can feel, I should say, that you're keeping like your Venus energy hidden when it comes to expression. But I'm also seeing that you guys will be visible when it comes to your beauty and people knowing intuitively your internal energy. And what I'm also getting is with Mars in retrograde, I'm getting people from the past, specifically men, almost like, I don't want to say competing because it's not coming through as competition. It's coming through as almost like competition with themselves. Like, no, I can figure this out, or no, I can get in. Like, that's the energy. So I do think because Mars is looked at as a masculine energy, we can look at this as people you're dating. And the fact that it's in retrograde, I feel like it's people you've dated that are coming back or observing you guys and trying to figure out your inner world. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys the first 2 weeks of January. Let me see if anything else comes in. What else can my sun, moon, rising Aries expect the first 2 weeks of January? I'm definitely getting a spending energy because I keep seeing it. So I do feel like for some of you, you may have difficulty because of how you're feeling. You may want to spend money and you may spend too much. With that Jupiter square Venus, I feel like this is what I'm seeing as well. But I'm definitely, I feel like some of you guys are going on dates. Like I keep getting several different energies. And I feel like these people you're dating, it's like they won't know how to speak to you because it's like the way it's coming through. It's like I'm seeing a phone and it's backwards. And also it's like the energy I'm getting is opposition, but I'm also getting, how do I explain this? Like it'll be clear how to talk to you, but I'm just getting people being confused. That's what I'm getting. Like confusion when it comes to how to communicate to you is what I want to say. Okay, so I'm going to move on. So where are we now? January 15th, Sun in Capricorn in your 10th house is opposing Mars in Cancer in retrograde in your 4th house. So the Sun and Mars are, okay. So the Sun and Mars are masculine energies, and the advice here is to compromise. So you guys may feel driven to achieve, to win, or this could manifest with other people with you. Again, this is what I'm feeling is talking about like people wanting in on your feelings, your emotions. They want to know what you're feeling internally. And people will feel determined to get this out, to make it visible. And at the same time, it's like you're doing something very similar, but slightly different. You are aiming to achieve with what it is you make visible and what you don't make visible. Does that make sense? Because Mars can be looked at as competition. It could be looked at as confidence, being driven to achieve. The sun is what is visible. This is confidence. This is self-expression. This is happy energy. When the Sun and Mars are talking to each other, think of Aries energy and Leo energy. There's humor, there's fun times, but low key, it's like fire signs can only be in one room all together for so long before things get competitive, or before somebody's trying to outshine the other, or there is just something when it comes to fire energy and being competitive. And when the Sun and Mars are talking to each other, that is happening with you guys. It's like you are going to achieve something. You're going to feel some type of internal conflict, but you're going to do it. And it's like at the same time, you're attracting men, Mars, the sun, masculine energy. If it's not men, then it's just, you know, woman with masculine energy, into your life that are trying to like figure out what's going on in your heart. Because I'm definitely getting Leo energy. I'm picking up on the heart chakra. I'm seeing green. Okay, so January 17th, Sun in Capricorn in your 10th house is sextiling Neptune and Pisces in your 12th. Okay, this is good. I like this. So when the Sun and Neptune are talking to each other in a positive way, it's like you're able to potentially see through the illusion. You're able to be extremely creative, because it's like you're able to see something that normally is not easy to see. This could be talking about making your dreams come true, feeling connected to God, source, you know, whatever it is you guys believe in, some type of faith. I'm getting positive energy, but with free will, because the sextile is talking about having to do something. So this could be literally expressing your dreams, expressing your faith. This could be meditation. This could be having a conversation with God, or whatever it is you believe in. So yeah. January 18th, Venus and Pisces in your 12th house is conjunct Saturn in Whoa. Okay. I like this. Venus and Pisces in your 12th house is conjunct Saturn in Pisces in your 12th house. So when Saturn and Venus are talking to each other in a positive way, think about like somebody who wants to invest in you, somebody who's looking for a committed relationship. And even though these energies are opposites, and what I mean by this is Venus talks about being comfortable, feeling good, maybe aesthetically pleasing, things that are beautiful, money, having enough money to feel comfortable. You see where I'm going with this? Now, Saturn talks about discipline. It talks about work. It talks about time. So to me, this gives me the vibes of like Venus and Capricorn, which talks about, again, investing into things that are worth investing into. And it's gonna take time. Like that energy, honestly, low key is so annoying as one Aries to my fellow Aries. But what I can tell you is this, it would be worth it. So my advice to you guys is this, is that around this time frame, you may meet somebody. This person is either going to be older or they're going to be mature. But at the same time, since it's in Pisces, it could be a youthful energy. So this person could either be older than you with youthful energy, or I want to say somebody that could be younger than you, but they're looking for stability in relationships. So you could meet somebody around this time, and let me just tell you something. If it doesn't move fast, don't pay any attention to that, unless like you're getting other things that tell you something's up or this isn't worth, you know, your time. Then do that. But I believe with what I'm seeing with the Sun and Mercury and Capricorn, and Saturn being the ruler of Capricorn and is conjunct Venus in the 12th house. I said something before and I don't remember, but there could be somebody you're talking to, Mercury, either at work, or somebody that's older, or somebody that's more mature, but they could be literally younger than you. This person would be worth it. I'm telling you right now, it won't happen overnight, but the beginning of something could happen. That's what I see for you guys. But that's only, oh no, I'm looking at the other transit. Yeah, nope, that's it. They're conjunct. So when two planets are conjunct, this means they're neighbors. They're sitting next to each other, and they're cool neighbors. They're good neighbors. Like you get along with these neighbors. So, this person may come out of nowhere. You may meet them on a dating app, or through groups of friends. And the reason I'm saying this is because Venus is involved. So Venus rules Taurus. And in your second house, what do you guys have here? You have Uranus. So something suddenly happening. Also, another way I'm looking at this is if you guys aren't into dating, or you're not dating anyone, or you don't meet anyone during this time, this could be talking about you guys getting serious about your money, or serious about how you look. You guys may be creating some type of routine at this time. There could just be something here where it's like something transforms and changes, and coming up with some type of schedule. Being disciplined with your looks or disciplined with money. So for those of you where it's like you spend too much money, it's like this is talking to you guys in this kind of way. With the South Node in Libra, because Venus rules Libra, your 7th house, this is something you've dealt with before when it comes to, I want to say, whatever this topic is. So if it's a serious relationship, it's like, okay, you guys may be ready now because of past lessons. And the reason I'm saying this may be the time, because the North Node is about to enter Pisces and the South Node is about to enter Virgo. So it's like something pivotal is going to be happening before the North Node leaves Aries for good. So I would think, because you guys have Libra in your 7th house, that something may be happening, transforming, when it either comes to your looks, which will then like make you more confident in relationships, something like that, or it's talking about like now you're ready for relationships based off of the past. Like the lessons are all coming together. I hope that makes sense. All right, so January 18th, Mercury in Capricorn in your 10th house will be sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your 12th. 100% serious conversations, that's what I get. But it's a sextile, so it's like this may or may not happen. It's up to you guys. So I feel like this would be a conversation with somebody you either work with, because it's talking to your 10th house. Honestly, I feel like this person would be marriage material, because with Mercury ruling Gemini and Virgo, it's like this person, they may be a healer, honestly. With Venus being in Pisces, this is how you'll know. Okay, here we go. If you guys are dating several different people, because I'm seeing that you guys are talking to different individuals, how are you going to know which one this specific transit is about? Your person will be a healer. That's it. What I mean by this is they may come off as stoic. They may come off as, I don't know, being very mature. But at the same time, you're going to see a sense of humor with Jupiter and Gemini in your 3rd house in retrograde. It just may not be so visible is what I get. And Venus being in Pisces, this is healer energy written all over it. I'm actually super excited right now. So how do you know that the person you're talking to is a healer? They're emotionally intelligent. That's how you know. That's how you know. It's not just so much about like being practical and how you appear, and you need to be serious about this and that. It's like, yeah, this person would be like that too, but they would be balanced with the energy of being emotionally intelligent. And there's a difference between being somebody who is intellectually intelligent as well as emotionally intelligent. I feel like this person would have both. Okay. So yeah, what else do I think? I think for some of you, maybe traveling to make money on this day. You may be traveling for work. Mercury, I think of traveling. Venus, money. Pisces, far distance. Could be conversating about love. You could be conversating about relationships, money, art, spirituality. Okay. Later that day, Sun enters Aquarius. So the Sun is leaving your 10th house in Capricorn and is entering your 11th house in Aquarius. What do I think this means? People are going to want to hang out with you. You guys are going to be visible. Whatever you guys experience with Venus in Aquarius, I think it would be something like this, except more popular. It's like Venus in the 11th house. To me, it's like you guys should have experienced feeling like attractive or just loved from your community, or being appreciated on the internet, people, groups of people appreciating you, like loving you for whatever makes you guys different, stand out. For some of you, this would have been talking about gaining money by working with others. So, yeah, but when the Sun is there, you're visible, you're seen. So whatever you experienced with the Sun being in Capricorn, I feel like something similar would be going on, but with your groups of friends. So people are going to want to hang out with you. You're going to be a magnet, I feel like, either on the internet or if you're social networking. People are going to see you and recognize you. That's what this says to me. What else? Again, for those of you that are dating, I feel like you would be seen on the dating apps because the Sun rules Leo, and the Leo is in your 5th house, and this speaks of romance. So, and I feel like at the end of the day, you're going to be feeling confident with whatever this is, because the Sun, confidence. And I also feel like you'll be in touch on a higher conscious level with your groups of friends, the internet, people. You'll just be able to see through people is what I get. And you may actually value this during this time because Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. You may have moments where you do, moments where you don't with that retrograde. January 21st, we have Sun in Aquarius, and it's conjunct Pluto in Aquarius in your 11th house. So the Sun and Pluto are talking to each other in a positive way. I like it. I dig it. So what I feel like you will be experiencing is definitely, for some of you, this is talking about transforming your looks, how you appear, how are you visibly being seen. This is what Vesta is talking about for some of you. This is how some of this is manifesting. You guys want to change it up and look different. I want to say, for some of you, I'm telling you, it's got to do with Venus, beauty. And also, I really think what it is you value will be changing at this time. And just how you're seen will be changing. Because when the Sun and Pluto are talking to each other, there's something transformative happening in a healthy way. Something positive changing. Because the Sun is able to see the shadow. And the shadow is able to be visibly seen in order for you to change this. Does that make sense? So if Pluto is, your shadow, your darkness, and if the Sun is your light, your positivity, it's like these two are able to talk to each other in a nice way, and they're able to work things out when it comes to making a positive change for the better. All right, so January 23rd, Mars in Cancer in retrograde in your 4th house is talking to Uranus in retrograde in Taurus in your 2nd house. So Uranus and Mars are talking to each other in a positive way. Again, it's a sextile, so it talks about an energy you have to put work into. I personally, even when these two planets are talking to each other in a positive way, I'm not a fan. I'm just not. Uranus is talking about the unexpected. It could be a positive thing that happens, but Mars energy talks about moving too fast, and because it's in Cancer, you may be acting too fast on emotions, based on feelings. You may be going slow with it at the same time because it's in retrograde. So what I mean is, for some of you, you may not necessarily act fast, but you're going to have a lot of, you're going to want to act based on how it is you're feeling, your emotions. And honestly, for some of you around this time, you just may do it out of nowhere. It's either like you'll be feeling driven to do something very different, and it connects to what it is you guys value. It could connect to spirituality. It can connect to your money. So yeah, I think of with that second house and the fourth house, like the unexpected happening or having some type of good idea when it comes to either your wallet or your home, and taking action with this. That same day, we have Mercury in Capricorn in your 10th house. It's opposing Mars in Cancer in your 4th house in retrograde. So Mercury and Mars opposing each other, this you may either have like negative thoughts on this day, where it's like you don't like yourself, or you may get into an argument, you may fight with somebody, and it's all based on how you're feeling. So I feel like there would be some type of inner conflict, because it's, yes, it's an opposition, but it's also the visible house, a public house, trying to work with a private house. So for some of you, this is definitely going to be talking about having difficulty expressing things. And I really, again, I feel like this is talking about other people trying to get you to speak, is what I want to say. So you may get mad at this, and then you may say something. So what I would recommend is, when it comes to driving on this day, when it comes to traveling, make sure to not make fast decisions, because Mercury, I think of traveling, Mars, I think of moving too quickly, or you guys could be like driving and let's say you're crying or you're upset about something is on your mind. It's like that could cause a potential accident. So I feel like you really have to make sure your mind is clear, and make sure that things make sense. And if things don't make sense on this day for whatever reason, try not to think about the conflict, however this ends up manifesting for you guys. Okay, so then later that day we have Mercury in Capricorn, and it's trining Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. So Mercury and Uranus are talking to each other in a positive way, a very easygoing way. The way I look at this is, since Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury, I think of extreme intelligence. So I think on this day you guys will be able to get messages from spirit, downloads, intuitive hits, since Uranus is intuition, despite the fact it's in retrograde. I really do. The Trine, which is a blessing, or it's energy that just comes so naturally, you kind of take it for granted, or you get a little lazy. I think because Uranus is looked at as like a shock, something you didn't expect, I feel like sudden insights in regards to how you can make your money, or conversations about money may happen on this day. And I just think it would be positive things. It could be ideas on what to do when it comes to maybe how to advertise yourself, or the things you think or say would just be connected to what it is you value, and potentially connecting to how you guys make your money. January 25th, we have Venus in Pisces in your 12th house, trining Mars in retrograde in Cancer in your 4th house. So what I think this means is getting along with men on this day. People of the opposite sex will be easy breezy. I think there will also be just intuitive hits when it comes to understanding people. The things that are not said, it's like you'd still be able to understand what's really going on. And this is because Pisces and Cancer energy are going on in your 4th and 12th house. So things that are hidden, I think you'll be able to maybe intuitively feel through your body on this day. So yeah, I actually just want to take a pause and I want to channel all these dates we just went over. I'm definitely getting this energy of dealing with women who are either salty or just a bit, it's just like they're expressing, the way they choose to express themselves may be unsettling. And the way they're showing it to me is like, I can see clearly that you guys will be able to see clearly through these people. So like, for example, if somebody is just extremely defensive and it's like they start, you know, mouthing off to you, it's like you would be able to see that, okay, this person is just deeply offended because they haven't healed something in this area of their life. Or it's like they're not hearing what it is they want to hear, so they are being emotionally reactive, almost like a child, a baby. Because honestly, Mars and Cancer energy is crybaby energy. So I feel like you guys are going to experience this internally with yourselves, and or be dealing with people, like adults who act like crybabies. But I don't think you guys would be so responsive to this because you have too many things going on in your 12th house. We have a stellium here, or at least I feel like it's a stellium with these 3 planets. But this Capricorn energy is really helping you guys remain like calm is what I'm getting. Or I want to say, it's like Capricorn energy to me is boss energy. So think about when people are being emotionally reactive at work, and then you have like the mediator. They're just like, it's almost like Libra energy in a sense, where you want to understand both perspectives, both sides to something. But at the same time, at the end of the day, we're at work. We have a job to do, and you're going to have to let it go, you know? Like that's the energy, is like you can see why somebody may be acting a certain kind of way. It doesn't excuse it, but you're able to see right through it. And I think because of that, you may not be so emotionally responsive. I'm getting this energy of mixed signals. So it's like, I really feel like it's definitely connecting to Mars and Cancer. Like, I feel like others are going to be getting mixed signals about you, because it's like I'm seeing your body and then I'm seeing people observe you, and it's like your body is going like this way. Like, it's not just... I feel like you guys won't be easy to read or easy to understand. Also, I'm seeing you guys bored. Like, it feels like you're either tired or you're bored of conversations, because it's like I'm seeing your eye, and then I'm getting Saturn. It's like I'm seeing, I forgot what it's called, but the boundary around Saturn, the orb, I forgot. So it's like whatever you're seeing, you're either only seeing part of something, but whatever it is you're seeing, it's like I then see like a heavy eyelid, like an eye wanting to close on what it is seeing. So it almost makes me think like, since Aries energy is fast energy, it's impulsive. When Venus is talking to Saturn, remember how I said for some of you, this is going to manifest with either being, you know, holding yourselves back with money, or it's like somebody may want to invest in you, but they're going to go slow about it. They could be older or younger than you. And I know that's kind of like, well, isn't that like anything in life? Well, yeah, but Saturn energy is older energy. This is looked at as the father or the grandfather, but it's in Pisces. Pisces energy can be youthful. That's why it's literally, it's going to be a combination no matter what, whoever this person may be. But you may feel bored by this person, if I'm being honest with you guys. And I think that's normal in the very beginning when you're doing something that's healthy or something that's, again, worth investing into, because it's like you're not getting fast results. But I would just remind you guys at the times that you guys have gotten fast results, like you end up bored, right? Like it's almost as if that's the karmic lesson, because whatever Saturn is talking to, there is a karmic lesson that's involved in this. So I almost wonder if that's the energy I'm getting. What else can you guys expect during the dates I just went over? My sun, moon, rising Aries. What can you guys... I'm getting definitely karmic lessons, but not like in a bad way. It's like, I feel like 3 of Pentacles in tarot is what I'm getting, like observing and learning. And I keep getting like a very good energy with you guys this month, except I do see your throat chakra has Saturn on it too. So Mercury, definitely. You guys are going to be holding back. But you know what it is? I feel like it's the Venus and Pisces transit that is going to have people intuitively in touch with this Venus energy about you guys that's not visible. I feel like aesthetically you will be visible. Like I'm seeing beauty, but it's almost as if like people want to know what's underneath. And that's where that Pisces energy is coming in, because it's confusing. It's not so clear. Because people are getting your Capricorn energy, but they're not getting the Pisces energy. So people are going to want to try to like manifest this is how I want to word it. Let me see if anything else comes through before I move on. What date are we up to? Where are we going with this? Okay. All right. What else for my sun, moon, rising Aries? What can you guys expect? So I'm getting Leo energy. I feel like you guys will be attracting somebody in your life. Where it's like their walls are up. And they, I want to say, yeah, it's like, it's almost like, because your walls are up too, the way they're showing it to me is it's like this person is hanging out like on the top of the, not the fence, but like the wall that protects their castle, because I'm getting Leo energy with them. And but Leo energy is self-expression, which is funny. So I feel like their Leo energy is internal. So it's like they hang out on top of this wall, is how it's being shown to me symbolically. And they're trying to see the wall that's in front of your chest. Because it's like you're wearing, I don't know, let's just say it's a corset, a tube top, something that's a little revealing. And I feel like that's a message within itself. It's like you reveal a little bit, but you don't reveal a lot. And I'm getting purple and green. So I think of intuition. I think of the heart chakra. I'm definitely seeing a karmic contract for sure. I'm definitely seeing it. I'm seeing like a scroll and this being handed to somebody. So there's definitely some type of karmic contract that begins around this time frame for you guys. Okay, let's move on. January 26th, we have Mercury in Capricorn in your 10th house. It's sextiling Neptune and Pisces in your 12th. So the way you speak, again, this may be very confusing to people. It may be very dreamlike. It may be very alluring. Like, honestly, it gives me the siren vibes. Because when Neptune is talking to Mercury, there's something about your words that are very magical, mystical, and it keeps people like curious about you, Mercury. So you may be saying things that are practical, but also very dreamlike. You could literally be talking about your dreams. You could be talking about how you plan on manifesting these things. You could be talking about traveling. I think that's probably something that would be going on for most of you, is literally thinking about where it is you want to travel to. You may be thinking about your spirit guides, you know, your angels, guardians, all this, you know, good stuff. But your mind will be very dreamlike. But because it's in Capricorn, I feel like you would be able to communicate these things in a way that makes sense. But again, it's a sextile, so it's something that will or may not happen. Depends on you. So yeah. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And definitely artsy, creative type of energy for sure, because of Pisces. That same day, Venus in Pisces in your 12th house is sextiling Uranus in retrograde in Taurus. So Venus and Uranus are talking to each other. So again, it's either talking about love or money, or you changing something, or spending money on things that could be aesthetically pleasing. Getting money this day out of nowhere, like making money. January 27th, you could be traveling for money. You know what? I never looked at it that way, but that is definitely possible for some of you with Uranus being in Taurus, traveling. Definitely. Either having to travel for work, traveling because of work, but it connects back to the things you value, like being social with people, being social on the internet, or socializing with others, groups of people. And it's like through these people you meet, you make money somehow. Like either somebody recommends you for a job, and it's like you see that current theme going on, because it doesn't always work like that. Not everybody social networks. So yeah. What else? January 27th, we have Mercury entering Aquarius and leaving Capricorn. So Mercury is entering your 11th house in Aquarius. So definitely, I think traveling will be going on in order to make money, or you're just going to be conversating with friends more so during this time, socializing on the internet, being seen, traveling with friends. What else do I think? Traveling for some type of why am I getting magic? Magic. I'm getting, so for some of you who are into psychic stuff, it's like you may be paying on this day for, I don't know, a reading or something Scorpio-like. When Mercury is in Aquarius, I think you guys will be learning things about, I know this is so like straightforward, but you really could be learning on the internet from different kinds of people, which I know we all do, but there may be more of an emphasis on this during this time. All right, let's move on. January 28th, we have Mercury in Aquarius in your 11th house, and it's conjunct Pluto in Aquarius in your 11th house. So yeah, there would be, your mind would be transforming during this time. It would be transforming for the positive. You would be thinking differently. You would be able to change something that you normally have difficulty changing in your life. So if there's something when it comes to a thought in your mind that's very stubborn, but you know needs to be fixed. It's like one of those things where it's like, we know we do this and we know it needs to change. This is that time frame where I would like act on that, because it's like being given to you more easily during this time. So yeah, there also can be just conversations about like starseed stuff. There could be conversations about UFOs, aliens, other life that exists on other planets, the universe, the galaxy, anything that's in Aquarius. I'm always thinking visitors for sure, especially when there's a lot of planets going on. So with Mercury, the Sun, and Pluto, and we're talking about Mercury conjunct Pluto, for some of you, not all of you, but you would be talking to people who are into this stuff, or actually, you know, people who have gifts, able to communicate with galactic beings. Yeah, with Jupiter in Gemini, since Mercury rules Gemini and Jupiter's here, it talks about traveling. Some of you guys could be astral planing during this time, but with other, you know, life forms is how I'm gonna put it. But these beings, it's like the point of them visiting or like being in your dreams or conversating with you in some kind of way would be to heal you guys, because Mercury also rules Virgo. So yeah, I just think it may be, especially with Jupiter being involved in Gemini, I do think something transformative would be happening for the better. Okay. January 29th, there's a new moon in Aquarius. Okay, yeah, definitely expect something during this time frame with starseed stuff. Or I guess for most of you, it would be like UFOs and all that. So yeah, expect that. Maybe news will be coming out during this time. So where's Uranus? Uranus is in your second house in Taurus. It's in retrograde, but it rules Aquarius. So something new that may be happening. You may be collaborating with other people during this time, and it would increase your money. Or maybe you have to pay some type of fee, you know, to be in a group or setting, something like this. But ultimately, it's like it increases your money. A new moon, you could be meeting new people. You could find like a new website that you really like, that is enlightening and really teaches you things about the stuff you value. You could learn how to make more money on the internet. You could learn just something new. Something new is what I want to say. I get a learning energy. Or meeting new groups of people that you value. That's how I see this. What else? January 30th, we have Uranus goes direct in Taurus. Sweet. So Uranus now goes direct in Taurus. How do I think this will affect you guys? If you guys have had like a shakeup with your money, more so since Uranus went retrograde, like maybe you're not making as much, or maybe like you're having difficulty with ideas on how to make money. Maybe you're having difficulty with getting intuitive hits or downloads, something like this. Then I feel like this would change for you guys during this time for the better. I think Uranus going direct will be good, because for you guys, because it's talking to your second house, the things you value, and your money. It's really the thing, it's really your money is why I feel like it would be good. Because when Uranus goes retrograde, I mean, I personally just think it's a good time with testing yourself about the unexpected, because there's introspection going on. You may have difficulty, you know, reaching spirit or getting downloads, whatever. But at the same time, it's almost like it does the opposite effect, because there's a slowdown with instant reactions is what I want to say. Or what you would initially do it's like there would be a pause first. So yeah, me personally, I like that. Obviously, I wouldn't like that when it comes to money though, right? What else? What else? So that same day, Sun in Aquarius is in your 11th house. It's trining Jupiter in retrograde in Gemini in your 3rd. A trine is a blessing. It's easy energy. Comes naturally. It's like a gift being given to you, but it may come so natural that you may not see your own blessings, is what I want to say. So then we get lazy. So the way I see this with the Sun and Jupiter talking to each other, these are both fire energies. It's pretty much Leo and Sagittarius energy getting along really well. And it has something to do with communicating or what it is you're learning, potentially with other people. Or it's like there's something about you that's eccentric, that's different, but stands out. And people may be talking about it during this time, your friends. I feel like this is just a positive, go lucky, go happy type of energy. Go lucky. I mean, go happy, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Happy, lucky type of energy. Blessings. That's what I get. But I really do. I feel like this would be, honestly, it could be blessings from, again, starseed stuff. It's like the healing energies that are given to you during this time may really help you. Because you're learning something. I think of Aquarius energy and Sagittarius energy as a learning energy. And Aquarius energy would be more open to learning about all different types of things. Like this is what it loves. And I think with Jupiter being in Gemini, there is just wanting to learn about everything and anything for no particular reason. It just wants to. So I just see this working out really well for you guys during this time with whatever it is you're learning about. So with that being said, let's channel those last few dates I just went over, and then we'll end the reading here. I'm getting this energy of like all different kinds of people will be drawn to you guys. Like I'm definitely getting magnetic energy. I feel like that's Sun in Aquarius, but I feel like new people. I'm picking up on new people. Maybe people you would have never socialized with before, people that like you were skeptical of. I'm getting something like this. And I'm just picking up on that people will want in on your energy. So let me see what else I'm getting for you guys. Sun, Moon, Rising, Aries. What can you guys expect? I'm seeing, so like in times that are where you can't see something visibly, I'm seeing very much that with the Sun being in Aquarius, it's like your higher self has access to show you things in the dark. Like you're going to be intuitively, it's like you'll be knowing things about certain individuals and you'll be able to understand them based off what it is your higher self is communicating to you. I'm just getting this energy that you guys are going to be seen for something. I keep seeing it. It's like I see so many people, and I feel like there's some gossip is what I get. Because it's like the way I'm seeing some people's teeth. I just feel like some people would be I just get that some people would be talking about you guys, but it's because of whatever it is you're doing. Like I'm seeing you guys being public, so maybe it has to do with what it is you're posting on social media, whatever it is you're doing in your career or for humanity or volunteering, because I'm thinking Aquarius energy for the people. But I'm getting, okay, two things are coming through. I'm definitely getting Pisces energy. You'll be able to feel things about other people, even new people you meet. I'm also getting, I don't know if you guys connect or resonate with Lemurians. but I'm definitely getting Lemurian energy. I really feel like you guys would be getting visitors, like either in your dreams or, yeah. And I'm just seeing that you guys are, it feels like doing something different with your looks. And this may be what people are talking about. Because I keep getting Taurus energy and I keep getting Uranus and Taurus and retrograde. Like there's a shakeup with the Empress energy. I don't know how else to explain this to you guys, but repeat myself. I feel like you guys are wearing things that maybe you normally don't, or dressing a certain way. And there's also something about expression. It's like people feel like they can't reach you, but they want to. Like it's like they want to touch your soul or something like this, and they can't, but they want to because it's like you guys are the sun. I'm also getting this energy of like not wanting to associate yourself with time wasters, like people who waste your time. I feel like you guys are just going to be like really feeling yourselves based off of things that are happening or things that you're doing for yourself. And I feel like you guys have options. This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing many, I feel like you guys are going on dates and something is growing. Like I'm getting purple. I'm getting so much purple right now. I'm getting the roots of a tree, and there's something about this energy where it's like you're changing the roots in order to grow. And it connects to how you interact with people. Because I'm picking up on Mercury. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting feminine energy. I'm getting such strong feminine energy. So, yeah, and this is definitely because Venus is in Pisces for sure. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to go over. North Node Chiron in the first house. So the North Node is always like that headless dragon that just wants more. It's like an empty, bottomless pit. And you're always looking to fill it. So that's the lesson, is trying to balance this with the South Node, you know, like don't overdo it. So I think during this month with Mars mainly being in Cancer, you're trying to emotionally fulfill yourself. It feels like you guys are literally just focusing on what it is you value. And I feel like with the sun, with all of these planets that are in Aquarius, it's like it's connecting to your Empress energy, the things you guys value. And it's like by doing something different, this kind of like ignites you guys, is what I'm seeing. It's also intelligent energy. So I feel like anything that's not intelligent, I feel like you're not going to be wasting your time with. And also because of the intuitive hits that I see you guys getting between Aquarius and Pisces energy, it's like you'll know who, what, where to invest your time into. You're just going to instinctively feel this. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I hope it helps. I hope it resonates. All right, bye guys.